Hi, I'm Cindy Jack with Manitoba Agriculture. I'm here today with David Kopek to talk about the Livestock Predation pilot project, where David used cowbells on his farm. David is a cow-calf producer from the Central Interlake area, where he calves in the winter and spring and deals with a lot of wolf pressure out on pasture. David's landscape comprises of wildlife management areas around his farm. So David, do you want to tell me about the cowbells and how they work, and were they easy to install?
On our end of it, the first cowbell that we did was quite the rodeo. It would have made probably 1 million hits on YouTube because she just went to over the moon. After they got used to listening to the bells, then now you put them on, they give a tink on their neck a little bit. You can change the tone of your bells by how tight you put your neck straps. So if you want a lot of action on your bells, you leave your neck straps loose. If you don't want to listen to the bells because they're right close to the house, you run your neck straps tight. And then your bells aren't as you know. In the 2 years that we've used the bells, we've really reduced our livestock losses. Now, is that a temporal link or a causal link without cameras on the wolves, or to see whether the bells, but like I said, we went from losing 25 calves a year to lost 9 last year, and this summer we've only lost 3. So now, did the bells help? Well, wolves are a constantly evaluating risk versus reward. And if the bells making that gentle mechanical sound have them think, hey, wait a minute, there's human activity, let's go where it's a little privater and do our reconnaissance. So, did that work? Well, we're not getting the calves being eaten, and so maybe that is working. What I really like about the bells, and we run 3 bells now in every pasture, is the story that the bells tell me. That if I don't hear the bell, that's very peaceful, but it's also telling me that the cows are resting in the shade. And if I hear that gentle tink of the bells, a methodic tink, the cows are grazing. And if I hear that alarm sound of the bell, that it's, I know to grab the gun and get out there. And so far, we've heard less and less of that alarmed sound. More, we have a lot of bells out there, so we know it's giving us at least some information, if nothing else. And would I recommend it to other producers? Absolutely, because you've got, 3 cows with bells in your pasture. We run 20 pastures. We've got probably close to 45, 50 bells out already. And the information that it gives you is priceless. That, like I said, now I can just go out and, can I hear the bells? I don't have to find the cows. I just have to listen for the bells. And if I hear the bells are agitated, then I know to go investigate further. And like I said, are they helping? Well, it's about as cheap as it can get, and it's giving you really, really good information.
Oh, that's good to hear. Do you think there are any limitations with the cowbells, or anything that you do differently?
Other than I need different bells from different makers so that I get different tones.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, would I recommend them? Yes. Is it a be-all, end-all? Absolutely not. It's got to be part of a bigger predator program. What do we use for our loss mitigation program? Well, we use the bells, we drop steel, we're in constant contact with conservation, we're flying drones, we've got cameras, we've got cows that are learning to deal with wolf pressure, and we're talking to our neighbors and seeing what they're up against. Because if they're raising the pups, I'm going to do what I can to help them. Because I realize that next year it might be my turn. And if we can keep pushing them back into the hinterlands where they belong, then the wolves are happier because we're leaving them alone. They're doing their wolf thing. We're happier because they're leaving us alone and we're doing our farmer thing. And yeah, it works out good for the whole ecosystem. That, yeah.
Right. It's great that you use so many different strategies to mitigate your predation problems. Would you say you're going to continue to use cowbells as a long-term strategy?
For the information it gives me, yes. That, like I said, it's once I own the bells, we've lost 0 so far. We've had 0 cows hung up on trees and fences with the neck straps. It changes the cows because I think the bells are a soothing sound, and now they're not as wary of strange sounds. So yes, it's well worth it. Like I said, you can get, you know, a bell strap and a bell for 20 bucks. And if you're a little more creative, you can find them in yard sales because it's from an era gone by. I would recommend buying good bells because the sound carries further and it's a lot nicer to listen to. The tinny bells are, yeah, harder on your nerves. It's, like I said, but like I said, is it the only thing you're going to use? Absolutely not. Like I said, is it part of a strategy? Yes. Is it effective part of the strategy? Our numbers say yes. Is it because of the bells? We have no empirical data other than we put the bells on, we had less wolf pressure. You know, so it's a causal link. You know, and like I said, is there just less wolves in the area? Well, no, there's wolves in the area, and like I said, there's people that are taking them out. Are they using bells? Well, not yet. Should they be? Well, just for the information they give them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Along with David's comments, we evaluated the use of cowbells at 6 different farms. 67% agreed that bells helped to find the cows. 50% believed that predator behavior changed, and 50% believed that the bells help save livestock. We recommend applying at about 5% of your herd. David, the Manitoba beef producers, Manitoba Agriculture and the Manitoba Sheep Association would like to thank you for participating in this pilot project. And if you'd like more info on this risk mitigation practice or any of the other ones that we tested, you can go to the Manitoba Beef Producers website at mbbeef.ca. Thanks.